a Spanish outing that dares to do its cinematic high-tech on a shoestring budget. A discount time travel flick. Welcome to Films You Never Heard Of.
Dry hairs for squids.
Sci-fi, especially films that dabble in the realm of time travel, have seemingly always been lush and lavish affairs. Inundated with vast visuals and big extravagant effects, it's a genre that has never really screamed cheap. But with his indie outing Timecrimes, filmmaker Nacho Vigalondo makes an impressive debut, equally worthy of the best and the brightest the genre has to offer, and proves that smaller can sometimes be better. It's a nifty little ditty that's a clever mix of horror, suspense, and drama, all the things Hitchcock used to love, all the while being a believable sci-fi flick about traveling through time that appropriately bends the brain and heightens the senses. The story, both elaborate and nuanced, involves an average man who gets thrust into fantastical and impossible circumstances. When family man Hector goes to help a woman in distress and ends up coming face to face with a masked man, he heads over to a nearby laboratory to escape. A lone attendant attempts to hide him in a mushroom-looking contraption that turns out to be a time machine. And then things get really scary. If you think I'm revealing any more, you're nuts. As Timecrimes has so many terrific twists and turns that it would be a crime to list any of them here. What I can say is that the movie is an intelligent and taut thriller that truly takes pride in not treating the audience less than. The film even manages to go one step further by daring to examine the effects and the consequences of going through time, and it's downright chilling stuff. From the first frame to the last, Helmer Vigalondo crafts every harrowing moment of the film with a master's touch, a real and raw vibe that lingers long after the film concludes. Not to mention that Vigalondo's cast comprises of folks who truly feel like average Joes, including himself, which adds even more suspense and immediacy to the unpredictability. Timecrimes plays out like a Philip K. Dick novel, melded with a Hitchcockian sensibility. A rare and engaging combo indeed that makes for a seriously savory early movie that launched the career of its director. Vigalondo's wave of films that followed would range from horrible, Extraterrestrial is almost unwatchable, to the very notable, Colossal was almost perfect, blame Jason Sudeikis, but he still has yet to capture the mix of magical cinematic charms that plays out so freely in Timecrimes. Nevertheless, this is one flick that is a must-see for all newbies, and for those already familiar, a rewatch is definitely in order. The real crime would be to miss this innovative outing. Till next time.